Okay, I just finished episode 6 of The Testaments Stadium. This is going to contain spoilers. If you don't want to hear those, I would scroll on. But as usual, I will put some of my thoughts in here and then save the rest for my podcast. One of the big things I wanted to touch on is we finally get Aunt Lydia's backstory. If you've read The Testaments, you know Aunt Lydia is one of the 3 POVs we get. I was so happy for this episode because honestly, this whole Testament series, I've been waiting for this. I've just been so intrigued about seeing everything going on in the background and how they got there. We get to see them, wrangling up the women and collecting Aunt Lydia and Aunt Vidala, who are both teachers from school. Now they're in the stadium. We see women being taken away. We see people being, and one of the things I did want to point out, like I said, I'm going to save the rest for my podcast, is when it came to the point where Aunt Lydia was put in the position of almost Vidala in the stadium, what would you have done? Would you have done what she did? Or how do you think you would react in that situation? Because honestly, for me, I don't know. Would I save myself or would I try to have compassion? I was just curious as to what other people would do. But another thing is how do you recover from that, being Vidala and Lydia? I don't know. I guess we're going to see that, which obviously we still see they have some contention. This episode it was also very sad. I'm not going to lie, I teared up a little bit in this episode. It made me cry a little bit. I'll touch on the rest on my podcast, which I'll put out on Thursday. But I'm just curious on your thoughts on this episode 6.